Welcome to Ramble On, where we talk about our favorite stuff and then we talk about it some more. On today's show, he's quick, he's witty, and he's definitely not addicted to cherries. It's Dan, the video ninja. A lifelong champion of awkwardness and a lover of all things pie, Whitless the nerd girl is back again. Still missing from the internet duo Debs and Earl for the third week in a row, it's Errol, a man of many talents, none of them useful. This week, it's 3 times the drool and 3 times the shaved heads as the Ramblers have a look at the third installment in the Alien franchise. All right, Ramblers, let's get ready to ramble!
We move on to the third one.
Aliens Cubed.
Aliens Cubed. Yeah, that's often how it's described because just how they put alien and then they put the 3 up.
Yeah, we can show you. There you go. Alien Cubed.
Part 3 was actually directed by, and I didn't know this until I actually got this. And
Yeah.
I'd seen the movie years ago. It was directed by David Fincher.
Yeah.
Who directed Seven, Fight Club,
okay.
Social Network, and Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Alien 3, now the story is, once again, they're floating through space. Turns out...
There's a puppy.
Poor Ripley.
Yeah, poor Ripley has the worst luck.
Yes.
Because now they're floating through space in cryosleep once again. Turns out there was another alien. The queen laid an egg before they had the big fight. So that alien gets free, crashes their ship, and then they land on this prison planet.
Mm-hmm. And she gets her head shaved.
Yeah, that was a big sort of thing that a lot of people say was the inspiration for V for Vendetta when Natalie Portman also shaved her head.
Is that it?
Some people cite that. I think it's just coincidence. I mean, V for Vendetta, you think of that movie, you think, why would they look to an Alien 3 for
inspiration?
inspiration?
Star Trek also had her head shaved.
Exactly.
There you go.
The little girl dies. So, they don't make a big deal of it.
Poor Newt.
Yeah, they just kill her off just because they didn't.
Now of Hercules.
Will you stop in a minute?
They land on this prison planet. It's a guy-only prison planet. It's the kind of prison where the prisoners have given up all hope and just accepted religion. So they sort of live in this kind of sort of criminal monk society.
Yeah, they kind of run their own prison in a way.
Yeah, they just sort of keep to themselves. And so when a woman shows up, that sort of stirs up the hive. And she brings along her pet too. Because what happens is, early on in the movie, one of the little facehugger things gets loose and it gets a hold of one of the prisoner's dogs. And a lot of people know this because they don't really touch on it in the movies, but if you know a lot about the alien mythology and the broad spectrum, the facehuggers, when they plant an embryo inside you, the thing that comes out of your chest is usually has a lot of the characteristics of the host. That's why the aliens in the first movie were, like you said, bipedal and everything like that, but the one in the third one was sort of quadpedal. Because it was bred from a dog.
So if you had an alien attack a chicken, that'd be awesome.
Well, actually...
That's where you get your cuckoos from.
We've just discovered the origin of cuckoos.
The alien starts just killing people off, right?
Yeah.
And so what the whole movie morphs into, because they're out of prison, they can't get away, this thing is gonna kick the crap out of them, they have no weapons, no means of defending themselves. It doesn't really turn into like a horror movie in so much as it turns into kind of like this...
survival movie.
It's a survival movie, but it sort of takes this sort of spin towards this whole religious salvation and faith and, sort of redeeming yourself and just like accepting what's happening to you, kind of spin to it, because these guys, near the end of the movie, they all decide, okay, there's only one way to kill this thing. We have to lure it into this, I think it's a lead works, right?
Yes.
So they have to lure it into this chamber of melting lead. And they have to use themselves as live bait. So they have this big sort of pep talk near the beginning. It's like, okay, you're gonna die. You guys have to accept that. What you do, how you choose to die is, gonna redeem you.
Do you want it on your feet? Or on your knees? Begging.
Meanwhile, there's a B story involving, the company. There's been this
letter B. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's this
like beehive.
Yeah, there's a beehive. One of the face crawlers gets a hold of the queen, and they end up turning into those bees that you use in BioShock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. That's where that plasmid comes from. I bet you didn't know that.
I did not.
There's this whole overarching that starts at the very first movie and everything. It's what I call the umbrella story, because if you know anything about Resident Evil, there's this big company that wants the aliens to make them into weapons or whatever. Yeah. So from the very first movie, the whole reason why Ripley's team got killed in the first movie is because the company ordered them to get the alien back to them. And the second one, they send the Marines in to just collect the aliens and bring them back. So Ripley's been going against this whole, trying to stop that from happening, because she doesn't want these things anywhere near humanity because she knows they'll just tear us apart, right? At the end of the third movie, members of this big company show up, and it's actually Bishop again. But this time it's not.
Remember Bishop?
Yes.
He was in the show called Millennium.
And since he's human, he's evil.
Yeah.
Because all he wants is the alien. So Ripley was just kind of like, nope, screw you. And what she do is, she turns out she's got the queen alien inside her. So she's kind of like, well, you know, we're on this whole self-sacrificing for the greater good.
Did we know about that? Yes, we did know about it.
She finds out about it in the movie. Like, she finds out that she's got the queen in her. And so what actually happens is there's a scene where she's like, oh, okay, well, I want to kill myself because I don't want this to get out. So she goes looking for the alien and she finds it, and the alien doesn't kill her.
No.
And so she's kind of like, nobody wants me. Like, I can't go anywhere. I am not accepted by anything.
He rejected me.
Like you said, very bad luck, Ripley.
Very bad luck.
Sad.
And the only way to redeem herself at the very end
daughter,
is to sort of...
loses the little satire girl, and now she can't get killed.
Satire girl.
Yeah. So she takes the only way out she can. She just, she kills herself by dropping into like this big inferno, taking
Just
the
like
alien.
Terminator 2.
Yeah.
I liked it. Like
it tied everything up neatly. It was meant to be. I think Fincher was trying to get this big sort of Matrix style ending to it. You know, at the end, Neo sacrifice and stuff. It's got this big religious sort of implication. Same thing with her, because when she's falling, it's just her silhouette against this big ball of fire, and she's got her arms out and everything, so it kind of got the cross
and
thing
she's,
going on.
caressing the little
and
little pet.
That's basically they're going for the big end of this tragic hero.
Yeah, and I kind of liked this movie in that she's finally kind of letting it sink in that, everybody she knows and comes across pretty much dies.
Everybody dies.
Everybody,
We're letting you know that everybody dies in these movies.
Everybody dies. I hope that's
it's a very
anything.
Shakespearean sort of story arc.
Yeah. It was very different, and I didn't mind it.
No.
I like taking it. I think if you took it out of its alien context.
Well, most people, the reason why most people didn't like it is because they saw the progression from the first to the second. They thought, okay, the first was one alien, several people, spooky movie, 70s technology, good film.
Yeah.
Second movie, lots of action. It was a blockbuster success.
Yeah.
Lots of good music, good action, everything like that. So what's the third one going to be? The third one's going to be like bigger and better, and
crazy planets against planets.
But no, it took this somber sort of lighter, not so much lighter, but just
more introspective.
Yeah,
that's a good
more
way
introspective.
Yeah,
so
all
that was sorts of symbology.
And then
symbology. Now you're just making up words.
Symbology.
Symbolizable.
It was awesome.
This was awesome.